Garretts Green driving test leaving at 1:50 p.m. and the route was Coventry Road, Barrows Lane. As always, if you do find this helpful, please press the like button and type in any comment so I can help reach more learners. I always have people asking me for specific times. If you are after a specific time or a specific route, please check out my YouTube channel simply because it's much more organised on there. I haven't unlocked playlists on TikTok, so they're a bit all over the place. Approaching this truck, the examiner said they were too fast for how close they were going, so he picked up a fault here for clearance. Now, this was a bit of a confusing one, as it would have been acceptable if they were going a bit slower. So one key thing to remember is less space, less speed. Now this is what you want to see, a nice empty hill at the beginning of your test. They've been asked to take the next road on the right. They enter the hatch markings as soon as they open up. That's fine as long as you don't accidentally go over the line and end up in the lane of oncoming traffic. They wait for a good suitable gap and then they enter straight away without hesitation. We're now entering the famous 20 mph zone that people like to shoot down here at 30. The first pulling up at the test, nice and simple, no faults. They did all round observations before moving off. There is quite a few cars parked up today. He checked each of his mirrors before he moved over slightly to the right to give the parked vehicles enough space. It's exactly the same down this road. Normally there's cars parked all along the left hand side, normally a bit further down. Check your mirrors every time you go to pass them. You could quite easily end up with multiple minors just by going down this road alone and never checking your mirrors, and they can quite easily escalate to serious faults. Now it is road sign galore. The examiner won't be saying anything here because the road signs and markings tell you everything you need. Now this isn't a slip road, it's a giveaway, but if you can see that the road you're entering is clear, you are allowed to keep the car rolling. Your side mirrors will be super useful here. It should let you know everything that's coming in that lane. Now this is a 30 mph road, even though that there is speed bumps. You are expected to reduce the speed for the speed bumps. It's what they're there for. It goes over some at 50 mph, some at 20. It doesn't pick up any faults. And second pullover, absolutely fine, no issues. I think the sat nav is getting set up here for the independent driving, so they'll be following the sat nav from now. Now taking the next road on the left. When emerging from this part here, make sure you check till it's clear for you to emerge. The last thing that you want to do is enter out and force a car to stop for you when it's not your priority. That would be instant game over. This little estate is used for quite a few things, normally parallel parks or emergency stops. And we have another pullover. And again, it's a case of looking as far forward as you can, making sure that when you are on this stretch of road, you're not going to be slowing anyone down. Because the cars are on your side, you do not have priority. And the roundabout was 6 exits. As soon as they come off the roundabout, they get asked to pull up on the left. It's because it's a bit of a hill, you got to squeeze that hill start in there somewhere. Absolutely perfect clutch control. Again, down this road, it is 30 miles per hour. You are expected to reduce the speed for the speed bumps. You know what, one of the best things about being an instructor is driving through roads like this and seeing how beautiful the streets are when all the leaves are falling off. My favourite season. When approaching crossings, always scan left and right just to be triple sure that nobody's crossing. Now at this roundabout, there are multiple different routes that can take you either way, and it's also covered by South Yardley. So coming up here, there was another vault picked up for clearance. I personally don't see it, I'm going off the debrief. When you are passing parked vehicles, you want to try and leave like a protective bubble around you. Think of it this way, you want at least 1 meter around the whole of your car. It's like a big protective oval bubble. That way, if somebody does open up the car door or something like that, then you're out the way. It's not always possible to do that, so if it's not possible to do that, then you must reduce the speed. Less space, less speed. Now, this is a one-way road that we're now entering. The reason I like to point this out is when you get to the very end of this road, there's a roundabout. If you're ever asked to go right, because it's a one-way road, you must position to the right. And it looks like we're going into the Swan Centre for a manoeuvre. Now, once you're at this point, there is a speed limit of 10 miles per hour set by the shopping centre. You must treat that as if it is the legal speed limit. Now look at those freshly painted lines. This is what instructors love to see. Now, he does have steer on straight away as he's reversing out. That's not normally how I teach it, but he didn't pick up any faults here. It just shows you there's more than one way to do manoeuvres. Normally what I say is reverse out a little bit first of all, keep just your tyres and front of your car in, and then apply the steer. That way if there are any cars next to you, you won't be scratching them up. This roundabout is normally super busy, but it looks like they've got it a really good time. So this road is 30 miles per hour. Do not exceed it. You are not on Coventry Road yet. And the infamous Swan Roundabout. At this point, you should be building up your speed, which my learner did really well. When the road merges into one, check your right mirror, move over to the middle. That's because the lane that they're currently in will be shutting shortly. You can see it just to the left now that the arrows let you know that it's closing. Now, there's constantly roadworks going on here at the moment, and the layout's always changing. We've got the first warning sign that there's going to be roadworks, and we've got the sign to the left as well saying our lane's closing. They check their mirrors and they start to move over. They're now nice and prepared. They're in the lane that's not closing. Yes, I know it is a zipper merge and you can use the full length of it, but run about what's easier for a driving test. As soon as this length finishes, they should move straight over to the left. They were a little bit slow at doing that, but they were trying to get over and the examiner could see that. They picked up one minor fault here. I believe it was put under planning and awareness. They are taking the next road on the left. Remember, because it's a faster road, you are allowed to put the signals on a little bit earlier. That way, if there are any cars behind you, they have plenty of time to react. Lots of judgment and meeting down here, and everything seems to be okay so far. We've already got 2 faults for judgment and meeting, so we don't really want any more. But again, there was another one picked up for the speed that they were taking the gap at. Now, from the speedo, I could see it was roughly done at 10 miles per hour. I'm not sure if they wanted them to come to a stop or go even slower, but they picked up a fault there again for judgment and meeting. That's now 3 faults for judgment and meeting. They need to be quite careful because many more faults, then it can easily turn into a serious fault. They just did the show me tell me, using the window wash, absolutely fine. Seems like the examiners definitely likes the routes with the speed bumps today. My suspension will not be thanking them. Coming up, I find it's a tricky little roundabout. It's not that it's big, it's just rather busy, and there's a zebra crossing just before it. So you've got to take quite a lot of things in. It's not the easiest to see the cars that are coming from straight ahead. So they're taking right 6th exit. A lot of people struggle with this one. Just count them out to yourself aloud. The examiner won't think you're crazy, and I normally find it helps. Now, these mini roundabouts do catch some people out. When approaching them, you are allowed to maintain like a decent speed, but you must make sure it's clear to the right. Don't glance with your eyes, physically look and take in what's there. So we're near the end of the test and we're looking good. So at this part here, they said that they got too close and it was too fast for the gap, mainly with the trucks. Remember, the dashcam does give a wider field of view, so it is hard to judge. But it's literally the last 30 seconds of the test, and I don't know what to say. I don't agree with half of the decisions in this test, but there's absolutely nothing I can do about it, unfortunately. I wasn't in the car at the time, so I can't say if they were too close or if it was too fast. Dashcams can be misleading. I don't know what else to say. I'm fuming. So that's it. I hope it helped.